Imagine a life where every challenge secretly works in your favor, where setbacks are not roadblocks but stepping stones to victory. What if life isn't conspiring against you but forging you into someone unstoppable? Most people crumble when things go wrong, consumed by doubt and fear. But the extraordinary few, they trust the process. They stride into storms with the unshakable belief that they'll emerge stronger on the other side. Why? Because they act as if everything is destined to work out. They move with certainty, lead with conviction, and command powerful outcomes every single day. What would your life look like if you treated every opportunity as though it were meant for your triumph? What if your thoughts spoke a language of victory? Everything is unfolding for my benefit. Nothing is wasted. Every delay has purpose. You're not a bystander in your own story. You're the architect. Your first tool, belief. Act as if the outcome is already yours, and watch the world bend to meet your resolve. The power of certainty. Picture a man entering a room. Without a word, the atmosphere shifts. People turn, drawn not by his demands, but by the weight of his purpose. This isn't arrogance, it's certainty, and certainty is magnetic. It's not luck that opens doors, it's clarity, it's conviction. Most people tiptoe around their dreams seeking permission, but power doesn't wait for approval. Power declares its intent and moves forward. It doesn't ask, can I? It says, watch me. The world mirrors your expectations. When you act as if everything works out, you signal readiness. You become a force, a beacon broadcasting assurance, not desperation. You stop chasing outcomes and start choosing them. Imagine standing at the edge of a risky venture, uncertain, without all the answers. Instead of shrinking, you declare, this will serve me, this will succeed, and it does. How many dreams have you abandoned, not because they failed, but because you doubted too soon? What if you treated every goal as inevitable, carrying yourself not with pride, but with purpose? The world rushes to meet those who move with certainty. Consistency, the foundation of trust. A single act of courage can spark admiration, but consistent action builds trust, especially with yourself. Discipline isn't just about rules. It's proof to your soul that you're serious. It's the evidence that your words carry weight. Inspiration might ignite a fire, but consistency keeps it burning. It's the steady rhythm of devotion to something greater than comfort, greater than ease. Think of a blacksmith forging a sword. It's not one mighty strike, but thousands of precise blows. Heat, hammer, repeat, that shape the steel. Your soul, your skills, your story are forged the same way. You don't need brilliance every day. You need faithfulness. Ask yourself, do your habits confirm your identity or contradict it? Do your actions align with your ambition, or do they quietly mock it? The man who acts as if everything works out doesn't quit when motivation fades or applause is absent. He continues because the work shapes him, even when results feel distant, especially then. Greatness isn't born in bursts of brilliance, but in the quiet courage to keep showing up. Show up today, not because you feel like it, but because you said you would. One faithful day becomes a faithful year, and faithful years build a life that cannot be shaken. Preparation, faith in action. Preparation is faith made visible. It's not passive hope, but bold expectation. When you prepare, you don't just wish for a better life. You build toward it. You say through your actions, I'm ready for what I haven't yet received. Readiness isn't born from circumstances, but from conviction. You don't wait to be chosen. You move as if your moment has already arrived. Consider a man dreaming of launching a business. If he waits for investors or perfect conditions, his dream decays. But if he starts now, learning, solving, designing, he's no longer a dreamer. He's a builder. Or picture a woman aspiring to teach. Though she has no students, she studies, practices, hones her voice. The world may not yet see her as a teacher, but she already is. Preparation rewires your identity. It transforms you from beginner to master, not through public recognition, but through private consistency. What habits mirror the person you're becoming? Would a great leader drift through the day or rise with purpose? Would a wise mentor gossip or study and serve? Preparation is a mirror, reflecting who you believe yourself to be. Don't wait for open doors. Prepare as if they're about to swing wide. Rehearse excellence, courage, expectation. The future won't catch you off guard. It will find you ready. Resilience, forged in the storm. Resilience is built before the storm arrives. When challenges hit, the unprepared falter. But the man trained to expect triumph stands firm. He doesn't beg for calm. He becomes it. Most people are tossed by circumstances, their joy tied to ease, their identity swayed by setbacks. But those built for greatness anchor themselves to deeper truths. They're not made in moments of comfort, but in the fire of adversity. Greatness is revealed in storms, not still waters. The strongest trees grow where the wind rages, their roots deep in shaken soil. You must adopt this mindset. Every setback is part of the setup. Every fall is a forging. Adversity isn't your enemy. It's your assignment. Life doesn't come to break you. It comes to build you. Think of a man who loses his job yet walks with dignity, his worth untied to his position, or a woman facing illness, comforting others through her pain. Why? Because they decided long ago not to be victims of circumstance, but vessels of victory. What if you looked at your struggles and whispered, "This will serve me"? What if each rejection became redirection, each closed door proof of something better being built? You weren't born to crumble. You were born to rise. Resilience shines brightest, not when the sun returns, but when the clouds remain. Walk through trials with the quiet confidence of a soul being refined, not ruined. Let others chase comfort. You chase character. Root yourself in resolve, and no storm will move you, raising your standard. You set the price of your life by the standards you accept. You cannot rise above expectations you refuse to challenge. If you accept scraps, the world offers crumbs, but demand excellence, starting with yourself, and the world adjusts its offer. Don't wait for recognition or permission to shine. Declare your value through action. Early mornings, focused work, habits that speak louder than words. Your current results aren't proof of your limits, but of your standards. If your life feels stuck, it may have plateaued at the level of your expectations. Raise those expectations and everything rises. Your income, relationships, inner peace. The world reflects what you project. Excellence isn't about impressing others. It's about honoring your potential. When you tighten your focus, sharpen your schedule, refine your discipline, you attract a different reality. Opportunities don't pass you by. People don't overlook you. Your standard commands attention. Are you dimming your light to avoid standing out? You weren't born to blend in. You were born to build, to shape, to lead. Leaders don't shrink. They rise. The world pays what you demand, but it listens first to what you demand of yourself. Demand more focus, more resilience, more consistency. You are the thermostat of your destiny, not a thermometer of your conditions. Set the tone, raise the heat, and let the world rise to meet it. Gratitude, the language of expectation. Gratitude isn't just a reaction to blessings, it's a prophecy. When you give thanks for what hasn't yet arrived, you declare, "I trust it's on the way." Anyone can be grateful when the harvest is in, but the man who says thank you while still waiting possesses mountain-moving strength. His gratitude isn't based on comfort, but on certainty. Gratitude shifts your mind's atmosphere. Instead of fixating on what's missing, you notice what's present. You move from scarcity to sufficiency, from worry to worship. Your posture changes. You walk taller, speak softer, work with power. Imagine rising tomorrow with thanks for the strength you'll need, the wisdom yet to come, the breakthrough still unfolding. You wouldn't wake in fear, you'd rise in faith. Gratitude is the voice of a man aligned with his calling. It declares promises, not doubts. It acknowledges that what you seek is already seeking you. When you thank the heavens in advance, your actions follow suit. You prepare differently, expect differently, treat each hour as sacred. Gratitude creates gravity, drawing the right people, moments, and opportunities into your orbit. Speak your thanks now, not for what's delivered, but for what's being prepared. The universe responds to the man who moves with certainty, and certainty is born from gratitude. Focus, the power of directed energy. Energy flows where attention goes. What you focus on expands. Fixate on problems, and they grow, casting shadows over your choices. But anchor your vision in possibility, and new doors appear where walls once stood. Attention is power. It multiplies what it touches. A man focused on defeat becomes its prisoner. A man focused on opportunity becomes its architect. Those who act as if everything works out train their eyes to find light in darkness. They seek reasons to start, not stop. They expect good to come from every trial. Your mind is a loyal servant, fulfilling the orders you give. Feed it fear, and it finds more to fear. Feed it vision, and it conspires with boldness to move you forward. Focus isn't denial, it's direction. It doesn't ignore reality, it chooses which part to magnify. What have you been staring at lately? What fears have you fed until they became giants? What dreams have you dismissed because they weren't yet clear? Every focus is a seed. Feed strength, and even your weaknesses become training. Your vision becomes your compass, your belief the bridge to your destiny. Shift your focus, and you shift your fate. See obstacles as invitations, problems as opportunities to prove your strength. The path you seek is given to the bold, so fix your eyes on where you're going, not what you're fearing, and walk. Silence, the birthplace of clarity. In the quiet before the world awakens, truth waits to be heard. In that sacred hush, the man who acts as if everything works out begins his day not by reacting but by receiving. He aligns with his purpose, checks in with his identity. His first appointment is with himself, not the world. Clarity is rare, and without it, confusion reigns. But from silence, conviction grows. A man with no time to think has no time to lead. Give yourself 20 minutes each morning, not to rush or scroll, but to sit in stillness. Ask, what matters most today? How will I show up as a warrior of purpose? Clarity isn't a luxury, it's a strategy. From silence, decisions are born. From stillness, strength rises. The man who commands his thoughts before they command him becomes a builder of days, not a victim of them. Protect your mornings for power, not just productivity. The most dangerous man moves deliberately, not fast. In silence, your next step becomes clear. It's where greatness is whispered before it's shouted. Let the world chase noise. You chase necessity. Rise and design your day, and you'll not just live differently, you'll lead differently. Identity, the compass of your destiny. You don't become successful by accident. No legacy is built by luck. Success comes through alignment. Conscious, consistent alignment between who you are and where you're going. Every day you cast a vote for your future through your identity. A man who believes he's chosen for greatness doesn't move like the world owes him something. He moves like he owes the world his best. You cannot outperform your self-image. If you believe you're average, your results will reflect it. But if you believe you're built for more, your actions will follow. Most wait for the world to crown them, but those anchored in identity don't wait. They walk, knowing circumstances don't shape them. They reveal them. Stand before the mirror and ask, who must I be today? Would a man of wisdom waste time in gossip? Would a man of honor delay what must be done? When you operate from identity, discipline becomes natural, focus instinctive. You no longer need to convince yourself to act. It's who you are. Your identity is your compass, pointing to your future before your feet arrive. Choose it, shape it, guard it. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. Make sure the man in the mirror knows who's in charge. Action, the proof of faith. Faith without action is fantasy. The man who says he believes but never moves is a dreamer, not a believer. True faith puts on boots. It walks, speaks, dares. To act as if everything works out isn't to ignore hardship. It's to move through it. It's to look uncertainty in the eye and say, you won't stop me. The bridge between vision and victory is built with bricks of discipline, mortar of persistence, steps taken in faith. Think of a farmer. He doesn't wait for rain to prepare the soil. He tills, plants, sharpens his tools, believing the harvest will come. Faith is a decision, a quiet resolve renewed each morning. You don't need to feel ready to begin. You don't need to know the outcome to take the first step. Trust that forward is better than still. That risk is better than regret. Your habits are a sermon, your actions declarations. Let your calendar reflect your confidence, your preparation match your prayers. Prove your faith with your steps, and the road will rise to meet you. Words, the seeds of your reality. Your words are not harmless, they're seeds. Every sentence plants possibility or poison. The man who believes all things work for his good doesn't waste breath on fear or doubt. He speaks his aim, his principles, his victory. His language is intentional, directing his direction. Words aren't just communication, they're declarations of belief. You're the first to hear your voice, and your mind listens closely. Speak of hardship, and it takes root. Speak of possibility, and solutions emerge. Most fail not from lack of talent, but from negative self-talk, memorizing every reason they can't succeed. For 1 week, speak only of the outcome you desire. No complaints, no apologies, just vision. Your words are the blueprint of your belief, the script of your life. Speak as if your words build your world, because they do. Choose them like a sculptor chooses tools, with vision, not haste. Let every word be a builder of confidence, not a destroyer of hope. Urgency, seizing your inheritance. Procrastination is the thief of your destiny. Every moment you delay, something precious slips away. Time doesn't slam doors, it steals silently. The opportunities you swore you'd pursue fade into the graveyard of one day. Perfection is a myth. Momentum is real. It rewards those who begin, even imperfectly. Procrastination wears the mask of logic, whispering, wait a little longer, think it through. But beneath lies fear, fear of failure, judgment, responsibility. It convinces you delay is safety, but delay is the most dangerous place of all. You don't own the future, but you own this hour. Use it well, and the future bends in your direction. Urgency isn't panic, it's purpose. Every step weakens fear, rewrites your identity. You don't need all the answers to take the next right step. Begin messy, begin uncertain, but begin. Movement is the foundation of strategy. Pick up the tool, open the notebook, make the call, now. Let today be the garden where your dreams take root. Environment, your silent compass. Your environment isn't neutral. It's a vote for who you're becoming. The people you walk with are compasses, pointing toward greatness or away from it. A man who expects success surrounds himself with those who speak life, who talk vision, not gossip. Your surroundings whisper what's normal, and your mind replicates it. Plant a seed in rich soil, and it grows. Plant it in dry, crowded dirt, and it suffocates. Who's watering your potential? Who challenges you to rise? Who drains your energy or sows doubt? Inspect your environment like a builder inspects a foundation. Is it stable enough to carry your vision? The right company sharpens, calls you out when you drift, refuses to let you settle. Choose your circle as carefully as your words. Walk with the wise, build with the focused, stand with the brave. Your environment speaks your future. Make sure it's the future you want. Labor, the proof of vision. Vision without labor is a lie. Dreams unpaired with action are sweet poison, filling you for a moment but leaving you starving. The man who believes all things work out doesn't just daydream. He works. His vision is an assignment, not a wish. Every swing of the hammer, every hour refining the craft is belief translated into movement. Imagine a man vowing to cross an ocean but standing idle on the shore. No boat built, no oars carved. You wouldn't call him a visionary. You'd call him stuck. What task could bring your vision into motion today? 1 brick laid, 1 hour focus. There's dignity in the doing, strength in the start. Your dream isn't a fantasy. It's a blueprint. But blueprints don't build. Builders do. Feed your future with action, not empty intention. Turn your belief into labor, your labor into legacy. Fear, your compass, not your cage. Fear isn't your enemy. It's your compass. It signals the edge of your comfort, the boundary where growth begins. The man who acts as if everything works out doesn't wait for fear to vanish. He moves through it. Fear isn't a command. It's a clue, pointing to where your potential hides. Most misread it as a barrier, but it marks the door you were born to walk through. What have you left untouched because fear stood beside it? What project, conversation, leap have you avoided? Fear reveals what matters. It points to your breakthrough. Don't make comfort your guide. It leads in circles. Let conviction lead. Courage is a choice, renewed each time you hear fear's voice and step anyway. Over time, that choice becomes habit, that habit identity. Action silences fear faster than logic. Let it point the way but never hold the key. The edge is where transformation lives. Walk toward it. Your standard, the loudest voice. Your words may speak of excellence, but the world believes what you tolerate. Your actions are louder. Your standard's the clearest voice. The man who expects the best doesn't settle for less. He disciplines himself in the dark, moves with direction even uphill. His standard is his signal. People feel his expectation by how he lives. Your life rises or falls to your minimums. What you allow, you endorse. A craftsman rejects flawed boards, measures twice, polishes with care. His standard isn't a slogan, it's a method. Have you lowered your standard to match your mood? Excellence isn't occasional. It's a habit, a line drawn in stone. In speech, do you honor truth or indulge gossip? In thought, do you rehearse power or recycle doubt? Your standard is your foundation. If it's cracked, nothing lasts. Teach others how to treat you through what you accept. Let your life be so sharp, so refined, that compromise feels foreign. Your standard speaks and it's undeniable. Your future is listening. Every choice today sends a message to your future. Each decision is a blueprint telling tomorrow what to deliver. You're not a passenger. You're the architect. Imagine the man you'll become in 10 years, stepping into your room. Will he thank you for your discipline or ask why you stopped when it mattered most? Every hour used wisely is a seed planted, every compromise a weed. Speak to your future through action, order, intention. Let the man you'll become inherit a field rich with preparation, not overrun by regret. Choose what aligns over what appeases. Your habits are declarations, your calendar a contract. Live as if your future self is watching, because he is, hoping you won't falter. Greatness isn't one massive moment, but millions of quiet choices. Your future is listening. What are you saying with your actions today? Build well, live sharp, speak to tomorrow with excellence. One day you'll meet that future self. Make it a joyful reunion. Believe life bends in your favor. Speak like the outcome is certain. Move like success is promised. The world mirrors your expectation. Act as if everything always works out for you, because when you do, it begins to. Start today. Create your proof. The life you want is waiting for your yes.